What's up? What's up? And we are back.
What's up?
Welcome to the meetup.
The meetup.
To the meetup.
The meetup.
To the meetup.
To the meetup. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, but we are back and we're ready to talk. We're ready to engage, and we hope you ready. We hope you are ready too.
Yeah, we hope you're ready to be here with us. It's been a while. You know, we haven't been consistent, but we did talk about it, and we said we will come back because we have some new friends, and we want to show up for them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And consistency is how we get better.
Yes. This is new to us.
Very.
Things happen, but we are back
and we're in gear.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah. This is a learning. This is
a
a
learning experience.
Yeah.
So much that we're learning, and I'm glad that we're patient with ourselves and we're patient with each other.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that we're.
And thanks for the people that are watching, because we do take time out of our lives just to do this. It's for us, but we definitely enjoy that we are giving content to somebody that might be, listening and want to hear something. Yeah.
Our friends,
Yeah.
Our new friends, because we call this the meetup. Like, it's just us here, but it's also y'all meeting us at,
where we at.
So we're all hanging out. But we do love you guys, and we love the fact that you took the time out of your schedule. And, and it's crazy. When I went home, or like even my friends, people around me was like, yeah, I watched a couple of episodes. And I'm like, oh, I like that.
That's good.
Yeah, my little cousin said that, and I felt good because she's a freshman in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt good because she's a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, we'll talk about my trip. But she's a sweetheart. But when she said that, I was like, okay, I do like the fact that we are. And my other friend said that too. So the conversation, and my other friend said that too. So the conversations that we are having, people love it, and they want us to like continue coming back. And I'm like, I like that. Believe it under the comment, y'all. I like the fact that y'all telling me.
Yeah,
I love the feedback.
And I hope because it's sometimes when you see a friend and you see their stuff and you want to just be nice about it. I hope anybody tells me not just good things about it, but stuff that they want to do better.
Yeah, no, that's not just the good thing, because she did tell me what she wanted to do better, and which I seen, and I was like, yeah, that's something we all working on. So I'm hoping going forward that we do like get that high quality with the lighting, the angles, and I'm like, yeah, I want it to be perfect if it was me. You know me.
Yeah.
But we're trying to learn what angle, what lighting. We're trying to learn all of this.
Yeah.
And to work, because here to us it looks perfect. But when we put it out there, we don't know, so we are learning, and patient with us as we go through this journey.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the journey with us. Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
We appreciate it. And we really do appreciate it. We appreciate the love. Yeah. So thank you guys. And share it, subscribe, let your people know to come to the meetup. So that way we can talk about more conversation.
Come to the meetup.
Come to the meetup. Okay, so what you been up to?
Life. I've been lifing, So, I'm using that word now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kalu got me using that word. But no, life has been good. I did a gig at the Old Town East Festival we talked about, so that went really nice. I posted that recently. I held it back because I just didn't get a lot of good video, so I did put a clip together and I finally posted it. So, and I got a lot of good feedback from it, so that was nice. Other things happen, but I just can't think. Just my mind is all over the place. But no, today was good. I just, life has been good.
I appreciate that. I can feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel the same thing too. Life has been good. Life has been good in the sense of I always say at this space where I'm in. I always compare it to last year, and I'm grateful for like now. I'm very, very, very grateful for now. I always say that. So I got to go home and I got to see my friends. I got to see my family, and it was beautiful. It was an amazing trip. It was short, and I hope to go back soon. And it was sweet, you know. It was just what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it was nice. So next time I want to go back, and if I can, I try to spread my love to make it even. But at the end of the day, love is. It was just it was good. I had a great time.
Isn't it a lot when you go back home and you have to like try to split up your time with loved ones, people that you haven't seen in a minute, and just have to, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It can be a lot.
It can be overwhelming, but you're just happy to do it because you're excited.
I'm excited to see those people. Like
Yeah.
everything on my list that I wanted to do, and even things that wasn't on my list, ended up just happening, which was magical. But yeah, so.
Oh yeah, tell them what you did on your trip. You know, let them know.
Because one thing about me, I'm always gonna utilize the time. I don't like free space. I always feel like I have to do something. So I wish I didn't, because I could have spent that time with my family. But I had this lady that I met years ago, and she's a photographer. Like me and her been working like for a second. So it's just always like, when are you coming to town? When are you coming to town? So like I have Friday, and at this time we put like a concept together, and the concept that we put together ended up not being it, but the concept that ended up being it, it was perfect. Like I feel like it was perfect.
So you went there to do something else, but it became something totally different, and it still turned out pretty great.
Yeah, so I did that, and on Friday, and it was nice. So yeah, that's what I did with my time. I did every single thing. Like I tried to like put spaces to what things belong, so that way I could do the things that I wanted. I went to visit my cousin, my little cousin. Me and my girls went, and that was the favorite part of my trip was that. We got lost for maybe like an hour, but we teamwork, like.
In the car?
Yes. We were driving, because the thing is, one thing I didn't know about when you leave your form, when you die, like I didn't know, I've never been to like an actual grave site. Like I didn't know like they have like section row, like your address is a lot different. So we got lost in his address because it was a big place, and we didn't know. We got lost for a while, but we teamwork. They were driving, I was driving in my other car. I had to drive separately because I got at the end, which was great. And we sat there and we had an amazing time. Just us, like it was amazing. Like I felt like we were kids again.
Not getting lost for an hour.
We got lost for an
talking
hour.
about we use teamwork.
Yes.
Why didn't y'all start earlier using teamwork?
We did, but we didn't know. Like we didn't understand like how it worked. But when we figured out how it worked, it was over. Like then we had to like go to where it was confusing. It was like a maze.
It sounds confusing.
And you had people riding bikes, like
there probably was signs right in front of y'all. Go this way. Get out.
The numbers were weird. So we figured it out, and when we went there, we just had an amazing time. And yeah, so that moment, because the entire trip we've been wanting to have like our moment, and it was never like, it was always like we snip it, but it was never just like our moment. So that
moment. That hour being lost was your moment.
Our moment, and then when we got there, it just like easing. Even though we didn't argue, we didn't fight. That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't work the entire weekend. We are like sisters, so we do get frustrated with one another. We were very much proud of ourselves that like we
found the way out.
Yeah, we found a way out, but the entire time we were around each other. We love being around each other. We didn't fuss. Like, we were just, like, we fight like sisters, and we love like sisters. Like, you can mess with my sisters. I can mess with them, but you can't mess with them. Because they're my sisters. But so yeah, getting stuck there. But then it was just a beautiful trip. And yeah, then I came back, and now we're here.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Travels with Kalu. She's gonna do episodes.
A new episode. She got lost.
Yes, yes.
Oh, we don't want to get lost.
Yes. But the Indiana trip was much needed.
Yes.
You came back home. Are you glad to be back home, or
Yes.
you feel like you could have been a little bit longer?
I could have been a little bit longer, but I don't like to sit too long in Indy because I always find myself in trouble.
What do you mean trouble?
Huh?
What do you mean trouble? You find yourself in places you shouldn't be, or
I'm just cool. I'll find myself in some kind of mess.
old places
So-
bring up old habits.
So I don't like to stay in Indy for too long. I like to go hang out with my people, but I would like to spend a little bit more longer, but not just
Too long. Yeah.
Cause
That's
yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's always get back to home.
Yeah, cause home, life just be waiting for you to come back to. But when I was there, I left Ohio problems in Ohio, and when I went to Indy, I was Indy problems. Like it was literally just
You had any problems?
no.
Oh, you didn't have.
I didn't have any problems. Like I'm just saying, whatever problems I had at home, I left it at the Ohio border, and and I was like, I don't care. When I went to Indy, I was straight on, I don't care. So that allowed me to enjoy myself and enjoy the space that I have with each and every one of my interaction with the people that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that gave me the free reach to, because you know me, how after a while I get overwhelmed and I want like me time. So driving back and forth in between each places, I consider it as me time.
You drove by yourself?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not that far. And like I used to drive Uber when I lived in Vegas. So I'm a big girl. I can go for hours.
Yeah,
I like driving.
I like driving too.
I do.
Especially,
At night.
I like the country roads. Like
Yeah.
the just, You see yourself as a people pleaser?
I feel like I am a recovering, in rehab for
She in
people
rehab.
pleasing. I am in rehab for people pleasing. The reason why I say that because of how I grew up.
Mm.
Like growing up, it was just like, as an African child, we please our parents. Whatever your parents say,
You did it.
you do it. And that was just that. And then you take it out from your parents to everybody else. And then you in friendships or people around you, in relationships. And sometimes you don't even realize that that's what you're doing. And sometimes you naturally just like that. Because naturally it comes to you because that's what you were building.
Mm.
Sorry.
Why'd you say sorry?
Okay.
No, I definitely, I like how you said recovering people pleaser, because I feel like I'm learning not to people please, but I definitely, what's it called? I relapse all the time. Because I'll be like, well, let me just do this for this person or do this for that person. And I have to learn, like, okay, I'm not supposed to enable anybody. And me pleasing them doesn't always benefit them, and it never benefits me, So I just gotta learn how to just balance doing stuff and being able to do stuff for somebody, but also learning to say, okay, this is where it goes. This is where I cross the line. This is where I say no.
I get that. Because when I went home, like, I'm going through, I say I'm a recovering or I'm in rehab for like the last maybe 3 years. I feel like I've been standing on that And it started, like, I had to start with my parents because they were the source of my people pleasing. So, you got to start with the root.
I mean, like growing up and like, oh, having to obey, like having to be obedient.
Not just obedient, but like, okay, for example, right? The other day I was talking to my mom, and she's like, she doesn't eat oatmeal anymore. And I'm like, why? She said because she doesn't like to cook it. And you know why? Because when I was younger, guess who? Whenever she wants to eat oatmeal, guess who used to do it?
You did.
Yeah. And now she's like, I understand your value. She said that. She's like, I used to sit in this house. It's just like, you're just in this house eating. But little things like oatmeal that she likes. Mm-hmm. She literally likes it because if it was up to her, I would cook her oatmeal every night. Mm-hmm. Every night I would cook oatmeal. She would have dinner, but she would still want oatmeal. Mm-hmm. So now that I'm not around, she don't like to make that for herself. And because of she's working on her people pleasing ways too, when living with her, she would take on like catering to people like da 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 having a party da da da. Oh, make da 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 da. Guess who used to do it?
She used to. Oh, you
agree to like making food.
Make you do it.
Yeah, I'm the process of like it's a process. Cooking has a process. That's why I'm glad for that because I know how to do what I do now. Like little big, I can handle myself. But because of those reasons, like she would pick like, oh, she volunteered. When I was little, I had a sewing machine in high school. My dad bought me a sewing machine because he wanted me to have just different type of skills, and I like to sew. So he wanted that, and learning to sew was cool. Learning to do her fitting and stuff was cool. But now she's volunteering me to her friends, and more people are bringing stuff to me. That gets overwhelming. I'm just trying to learn. This is supposed to be fun. Make a little cute outfit and figure it out. That's how people learn. Not by me just like, oh, I have this. Oh, bring it. Oh, I have this. Oh, bring it.
Yeah, because I don't got them. Because you got to get the material, and you got volunteering me like
time.
I
get paid for that. Mm-hmm. My material, you ain't paid for that.
Yeah, to volunteer me instead of being like, sure, maybe you pay her, she do something for you.
Yeah, but you know what I did? I lied and I said my machine broke for years. And I didn't. I did not touch a sewing machine till 2020. So since 2020, I've been working on my people pleasing.
She said not today. Whoa, she said nah.
And that was literally, if we really want to talk about it, since 2010. Since 2010 to 2020, I've been working on my people pleasing.
She crushed your dreams. She was like, nah, I'm not even going to learn no more.
No.
I was like, forget it. I ain't doing not a one stitch. Mm-mm. No, I get it.
So now that I am learning how to sew, I'm trying to control that. I haven't touched the machine in since that last episode. I was like, I'm going to be more active. Mm-hmm. Like I just haven't.
You're gonna said you was gonna make a piece.
I haven't been motivated, like in like creative wise, and I like that. So when someone brings out sewing, sometimes I don't want to do that. It becomes unattractive. I don't know. And the way my mind wanders is weird. So
you can't focus on when you want to focus on something. That's when when you want to do it. I get that. I get that.
So like right now, I'm trying to like work on mentally keep the momentum that I have going on, and keep my focus on how this can get better. Keep doing my research, and just like keep just being me. And I will get back to that. This weekend I was like, yeah, I see what I want. I'm just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't like felt creativity towards the fabric yet. for me to want to do that. But this weekend I will find the time to do that. So yeah. So that's what the people pleasing comes from. Back to that.
Yeah. No, I've been there too. Just with my time, with giving people my time. Like, there's things that I know I need to be doing, or things that I should be doing, and it maybe it's something within me myself, but I do like people be like, come over, you know, I'd be like, nah, like I got stuff to do. I got to do around the house. I got to take care of this. They be like, come over, just have a, come hang out, and I'll be like, all right, I'll give in to that. And I think that's more because I feel bad if I don't go, or if I don't hang out, or if I don't. And that's not all the time, but it's just like with certain people. And I have to learn, like, my term is valuable, and I need to make sure that I get the things I need to get done,
Because it's important to who? You.
Yeah.
So just how their time is valuable. That's what they choose to do with their time, is to hang out. But you have stuff to do. If you put it along, you ain't going to do it. Who's going to do it? You're going to still have to come back to it.
Yeah.
And it will not be done on time, and then you're back up in your schedule. So, like, that's what I'm learning. And sometimes that's why I be like, I don't like when things are thrown into my plans. And it sounds weird, but I don't know. I'm trying to, like, build something. Like, just to keep a regular flow of life going, if it makes sense. So, I would like this freaking Taco Tuesday. I don't do anything fun. But I was like, Taco Tuesday. Yes, that was totally random. And I was like, I wonder if Denzel want to go.
Yeah.
And you could have said no, and I'm like, okay, then we can plan it.
See, just moments time. Like those, like, I would try to switch my schedule around to make things happen, and even in that, I was like, all right, I can stay until this time. And even that, I stayed past the time.
Oh, that's true.
And which I had a great time with you, so it don't matter. But it's just like, I'll do that because even like if I'm doing something, my mom called me like, can you do this for me? I'll stop what I was supposed to be doing, or be late to where I was supposed to go to
do it for your mom.
Do it for my mom. And it's not. But it's not just for.
I haven't been a good daughter because I've been standing on business lately.
It's not that you're not. It's just like, it's not even guilt mostly. It's just like, all right, let me do this real quick. It'll be okay. But maybe it is. Maybe it is like, okay, yeah, they depend on me, so let me.
I get that.
I don't know.
But what I'm also learning, what you have to do depends on you. You need to get it. And I'm not saying you can do things for people, or like, for example, right? If I reach out to you, Taco Tuesday, it's like, bro, I got stuff to do this week, but maybe we can plan it for next Tuesday. You're available next Tuesday. Yeah, that's great. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because that's why I said I like scheduling. So now you put that in your schedule. I put that in my schedule that next Thursday. Next Tuesday, we're going to go to Taco Tuesday. So, like, either way, I would have been okay with it. But I was great that you said, yeah. And I'm like, because I'm hungry. So I was trying to figure it out.
It was a great time. That place was...
it was amazing.
I don't know if you want to shout it out on here, but... the Savoy.
Yeah, Silver Bar and Grill.
Yeah, and it's nice inside.
Yeah.
I think that's not their new location, right?
No,
They've
been there for a while.
Yeah.
It just hasn't,
It was my first time there.
It's a nice little spot. So, it's a chill spot.
Definitely chill spot.
Food's
we
good.
had a good time. We got to relax. We got to do little extracurricular activities. Yeah. And it was just a great time.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that's what I'm learning to prioritize things that are important for the time that you have to, like, what you have to do. Because that's the only way you're going to do them. And sometimes it's hard. Like, I explained to you what happened off camera. And I feel guilty. Don't get me wrong. But it is guilt. By the end of the day, what I choose to do with my time, I'm happy for it. I'm glad that I'm doing this.
And I mean, that makes sense. You should feel like when I get my, and don't get me wrong, I get my work done, I get my business done, but sometimes it causes me sleep. It costs me, just irritation. It causes me rushing and scrambling. It costs me being late. Or, and that can affect other people's time too. So I try to be responsible with that. So it's just like those little moments that I have that I be willing to sabotage
for
my
you?
situation for somebody else, and I realize like,
sorry,
don't be judging over there now.
I feel bad because I used to be like that, and like now I feel like now I'm a mean girl.
No.
So like I literally feel like now I'm a mean girl because I'm so like no. No, I don't have time for that. I don't have space for that. I have this to do on this time because everything I feel like I'm doing in my personal life is building me up. Like literally building me up bricks by bricks. If I have time, I'm going to put it in there. But don't expect me to do it on your time. You get what I'm saying? Because my 10 out of 10 is when I wake up in the morning, my day's already planned, meaning like I already know what I'm gonna do after work.
That's wild because I'm just like sporadic. I know I'm going to go to work, and I might have like little ideas of what I might do, but most time I'm just going to either chill or going to do something around the house, and then maybe I'll get a call or somebody hit me up, and I'll be like, oh, okay.
You see, I don't even go out, which I need to start doing.
No, it's not like. Going out is I can go out and I'm able to go out, especially
you can do things for people. That's not what I'm saying, but it's just like certain things, if you can't do it, if it's going out of your, if you know that doing this is going to affect you, like for example, right, if you wake up today, Denzel has work, and after work, because I need to go to Walmart to pick up chicken food because I can't get Prime to deliver it, whatever your reason, I'm just saying. And that's important to me. And then right after that, I have to do X, Y, and Z, right? And then someone call and just like, oh, Denzel, I want you to do something. And it's like, okay, in my head, it's like that, whatever you want me to do doesn't have to be done. Does it have to be done right now? Can it be done at another time? Because this time has a time frame, a slot that I already know from 3 to 2, I am going running. From 3 to 2, I'm going cooking. From 3 to 2, I'm going to Walmart. Because if I don't do these things...
See, I'll be thinking it out like that too. And sometimes it will be like, it's not even like, do it now. It's like, okay, I'm here, let me drop this off now. And let me do it at the most convenient time I think is best for me. So, like, I know she really yelling at me, y'all, because I was late to today.
No. No. But like, I'm just telling you how, like, I didn't know. Okay. It's funny how we're having this conversation because we haven't had this conversation at all. So, as we were talking, I was like, okay. Because and a part of me feel bad for me being, that's what I'm saying. I feel bad because I am a lot harsh on, no, I don't have the time for that. No, I don't have the space for that. Nowadays, I'm very like that. And it hurts me sometimes, like especially with an ex, But I feel like I have to be like that because the things that I want to do is important to me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, if I had the time to do it, I'm not saying, oh, I can go and get your medicine. But if it cannot pick up your medicine exactly at this time, no. Can it be done at a later time? Yeah. So you can wait.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it on your time because I have something that I'm doing for me. And you may think at it as, what are you doing for you that's so important? That's not your time to waste. That's mine.
And even if it ain't nothing important, it's my body, my time. And even if I wasn't doing nothing, even if it was a TV show I wanted to watch at that time, that's my
TV show. So it's not, that's what I'm learning. Because I feel like If not, you're just gonna be stuck in the circle of like, I don't know.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, okay, there's sometimes people are in an urgency for it.
Yeah, that's
and
fine. I can do
and
that.
I will also like analyze that, like, cause unless I'm like, oh well, I don't care how urgent it is. I gotta work and I can't leave work. You know,
Right.
you're gonna have to wait until I'm
Right.
But if it's like, okay, I'm at home, I ain't really doing nothing, even though I have like, this is my time to be by myself, or time to watch TV, or time I just have for myself.
Right.
And you have an urgency.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what that urgency is, I will move around situations and try to make it work. You know,
Yeah.
for you.
And which I feel like that's valuable because I would do the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not an urgency, if it's something that can be done at a different time, we are going to put it at a different time.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, to me, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I am turning into a mean person, or I'm not the sweet Kolu that like people like. I used to be sweet. I used to be. That's what they say now. You used to be so sweet.
They say after 30, something changes.
A lot changes.
Yeah,
you just want to live for you.
Yeah.
That's what I say about like life. You go from like your parents, like especially for us who are like very much, you know, raised what you're doing with your parents, like
tell
you know,
you to do, yeah.
tell you to do. You go from your parents, literally, from you graduating high school, you go to quote unquote college, right? And you think you're gonna like, you still come back to your parents, and your 20s is still, oh, I'm grown, and I'm gonna do what I want,
Yeah,
right?
you're still trying to.
You're still trying to impress your parents, right? Because
You're just trying to figure out. You're trying to go through this life thing, but you're really like. You're kind of living to show people to get, like, I guess you to show people like, oh, I got this, I get this, and then when I hit my 30s, I was like, okay, I don't care what anybody else thinks.
because at the end of the day,
really
everybody got
just-
their own life to focus on.
And ain't nobody worried about
Focus on your
Yeah.
plate. Why you worried about my plate? What aren't you doing?
Yeah,
If your life is so great, why aren't you focusing on that?
yeah.
Why are you over here? So that's what I'm learning. And like I'm learning, I'm still very much with what my parents, I do what my parents say. But I'm very much, if my gut don't want to do something, my mom be like, I don't listen anymore. Or my gut don't want to do something, my gut don't do something. But I'm very respectful about it. And it's just like, okay, I don't feel, it doesn't feel right. But I feel like that's what I said. I had to start with my parents as people pleaser because they were they came from them. If I can have boundaries with my parents, then I can be able to have boundaries with other people. I can be able to have boundaries with myself. Before we go, where do you think your people pleasing come from?
Oh, my people pleasing. I feel like one, I'm a sucker for a sad story. You know, somebody give me a sad story, I'm a sucker. But like working in call centers has actually helped that. You know, I'm like, oh, that's. But also, it's just like making sure that I actually couldn't do all that I could do. You never know that. I always think about like the scripture that says like, be aware of entertaining angels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you never know if you're talking to who you're talking to or who you're really.
That's different.
Yeah.
I feel like that's different, and I get that. That's completely different.
Maybe I'm not answering. Maybe I get what you're saying. It is totally different, rather than like helping somebody on the street, rather than people pleasing to somebody you know, or a family member.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I just don't. Don't be asking me hard questions like that. Because first of all, I don't know. I feel like
Okay,
maybe.
so
maybe it came from my family too, just wanting to like always being obedient. I think that's the big thing. Like for my elders, be obedient. I was never really
Kind of like mine.
yeah. Till no, like my granddad would make us walk with him around the neighborhood, and he'll get a stick and he'll be like, "All right, who wants to go take a walk?" And so it became a choice. And a lot of kids, or sometimes he wouldn't make it a choice. He'd be like, "Come with us." And a lot of the grandkids, it was a lot of us. They'd be like, "No," and they made that decision. And I would be the only one that keep going. And I think it was just
Did you enjoy the time you spent with them though?
yeah, yeah. And I don't regret ever saying
That's
no.
different.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was because I didn't want to disappoint. I felt sad if I let him walk alone.
Yeah,
you know,
I get that.
I felt guilty, and so that's
a lot of the point. That's where people pleasing comes from, guilt.
yeah,
If you don't do this person gonna feel some type of way, and you don't want that person to feel some type of way. Because if they feel some type of way, then you let them down, and that now you're feeling some type of way. But either way, so why I say I'm recovering, because either way I still feel some type of way. So I prefer it now to probably protect my peace and still feel some type of way than go over my limit and doing what I do and then still feel some type of way.
yeah, because you're gonna feel some type of way regardless.
So that's why I'm like, am I like, I don't know if it's, I don't want to say mean, but I'm not like this all the time. But I'm like this when I need to be, especially right now. Like right now, mentally, I feel like I need to like mentally, just mentally get myself there, like mentally be strong for myself. And there's certain things I want to cut off and certain things I don't want to cut off because I'm not always going to have time to do those things. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad.
Yeah, yes. I feel like a lot of people feel like that when they want to change certain habits, like, oh, I want to stop partying, or like, I want to stop drinking, I want to stop smoking it. But those people that they always around was like, come drink with me, come hang out with me, come do this with me. And it's like, you don't want to disappoint those people because those people are your friends. Those people were there with you when you were down and out. Those people were there with you when you wanted to party, when you wanted to drink, when you wanted to smoke. And then it becomes like, okay, but at the end of the day, where do you want to be?
What is helping you grow?
Exactly.
What is helping you become the best you? I'm not saying you can't do those things with those people, but the things that you need to do for yourself is important. Those things are helping Denzel elevate. Those things are helping Denzel be his best self. So therefore, Denzel needs to make time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's important to me. And I'm not saying I can't hang out with you today. But maybe tomorrow, we're gonna schedule it when an adult. Be allowed to schedule things.
Yeah.
I love scheduling, just because I don't like to do.
I love rescheduling. I can't make it.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are the things we have to work on. And I didn't ask the question to be hard. I just wanted, I don't know. We never had this conversation off camera. If we would have had it off camera, then we would have known how each other would have reacted.
It was a question that you asked quickly, and I was like, "Dag, I never thought about like where does this guilt feel from?" I never want anybody to feel bad. I've never wanted anybody to be
disappointed,
to go through some of the things that I went through.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to
be the
best person for that person. And be there for them.
Yes,
no
for
matter
them.
What,
the best. You see what you said?
Yeah.
Sorry. You said the best person for that person. You didn't say the best person for Denzel.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, I'm not saying you can't be the best person for that person. But you have to choose a time and a place. If Denzel have the chance and the time to say, yeah, I have rehearsal. I don't have time to go and
kick it or hang out.
Right.
You know, because a lot of times people like skip rehearsal.
Yeah,
like they say that all the time. Or skip going to the podcast. Or like my cousin want to hang out.
We gonna fight.
Right. My cousin,
Sorry.
he was like, today I was just like, he's like, what you doing today? I was like, I'm working and I'm about to go to the podcast. He's like, the podcast, and he was like, and I was like, what?
No.
What's so funny? And it's just, I get he was just saying it just because he wanted me to
hang out.
To hang out. But it's just like, I have a schedule. These are the things that are important to me. Respect it.
Yeah,
Respect
and it's helping
you know?
you grow as a person.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be nice to hang out with you. But hanging out with you, we've been hanging out since we were how old?
Yeah.
And we're growing.
And we're going to be doing the same thing we doing at the meetup.
Yeah.
So might as well log in your computer.
And hang with us.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Type in the meetup.
Yeah.
And you can hang out with me here.
Yes. And that's it. Because we're learning here. We're all trying to grow as human beings.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to, it's not, that's why it's like we never had this conversation, so we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that we are having an honest, I like how we don't, so we can get like actual reaction.
Yeah, exactly. This ain't rehearsed.
No.
This is the real raw deal right here.
But yeah, yeah, we should do that. It start little by little, and set little boundaries. Like
you must set boundaries because you will bury yourself in everybody else, and then you'll be like, oh wait, you know, you'll feel like it's too late, which is never too late, but you'll feel like it's too late, and then when everybody else is getting up, because it's when people get elevated around you, it's normal to think like, dang, what am I doing? Mm-hmm. You know, so make sure you're making time for yourself, and anybody that's struggling with people pleasing, you know, think about, you know, the things that you want. Put aside your feelings, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with saying no. That person is going to hang out with you the next day. They may get mad. They may say they're not going to hang out with you. But trust me, they will be right there. You know, because a lot of times...
Prioritize yourself.
Yeah, a lot of times when they do that, they need you before you need them, you know, to be quite honest. So make sure you are saying no when it's necessary. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. When it's necessary. Yeah. But be there when you need to be there. When I say don't show up for your people.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with giving them time and hang out with them and showing them love. Even like if it's a person that you can't even, like you can't kick it with no more. You can't go out to the bar. You can't go to the clubs. Cool. Did 2 videos where they messed up and were not able to post them. We tonight we've had so many issues to post this video. We are learning, but like I just said that to say, like, when you want something and you have goals, or when you just have dreams or you have ambitions, buckle up, because things are supposed to go against you.
Yeah.
It is not meant to stop you, though. It is just meant to show you
what's good.
Well, yeah, it's to show you what's good and how great and how courageous and how strong.
Yes.
And how willful you can be.
Yes.
And how good God can be
important.
Especially when you run into something that you can really
not fix by
can't do
anything. But you gotta rely on God.
Yeah. So that I just have to say that we've been mentioning that this whole night. We've been trying to talk about people pleasing, but I feel like that's just something I had to say because there's been a lot of odds against us these last couple of weeks. Yeah. And just today. Yeah. And we're still and then Kalu talked about her testimony, and it's just like, yeah, it's tough out here, especially the prices and just living and just like day-to-day mental health, your loved ones, your family, people pleasing, you know, not people pleasing, you know, staying away, being around. It is difficult trying to navigate through this life. So take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Take it day by day.
Yeah.
Cry if you need to.
Yeah.
Yell if you need to.
Yeah.
But get it together. Put your shoes on. Buckle up.
Big girl, big guy.
Yep, and get back to work. Get back to moving.
Because at the end of the day, the day's got to end.
Yeah, because
you can't let it bring you down.
There will be a breakthrough at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
It will get better. Do not give up.
No.
Do not leave this world giving up, because
if you give up, you lose.
Yeah, you are here for a reason. You got a purpose. Doesn't matter if it's the smallest purpose. It's a purpose.
It's a purpose.
And that's what you are made
everybody has a purpose.
Yeah.
Your purpose, you may look at it as small, but there's someone else looking at it and just like, oh, okay. And you don't even know that. So you're not just living for yourself. You're living for other people as well. And like he said, we're learning so much. And I am grateful for it. I'm grateful that, like I said, we're patient with ourselves and we're patient with each other. Yeah. And hopefully, I pray that we continue to grow and be confident and show up and take up space.
Yes. And taking up space.
Taking up space.
Yeah. And I believe, I'm speaking that into the atmosphere that we are taking up space. We are taking up space in so many different avenues and so many different platforms. You will see our faces more.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's the thing. And I meant to say this, like anybody that's going through mental health, when it feels like it's just like impossible, that is the enemy in your ear. Do not listen to that. There are ways. You just have to be consistent. There are ways. There's medication. There is therapy. There is help. You just gotta be willing to take that first step.
Yeah.
Take that first step. I know in your mind, like, it's not going to work, or I don't want to do that, or how I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this. Take a deep breath and take the first step. Yeah. This will be okay. Everything else will fall into place.
Yeah, it's one of my reasons why I like running, because I can do that for me and be like, okay, you're doing something. It's just like finding up little things to fill your time, to make you feel good about yourself. If it's you getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting a new haircut, going to eat out to eat, or you cooking. Me, I don't like going out to eat. I like cooking me good food. So I would spend my money on something good, and I will eat something good, and I will feel good about it. One of my number one love language is food. So, like, and I would do that for myself. Just do things to make yourself feel good. If you make yourself feel good, because it's a mental thing. Nobody else can do that for you. Somebody can love on you. Somebody can tell you how grateful they are to you. But if you don't feel like it, you're not going to, like, listen to that. So mentally, just, like, don't give up. Day by day, get up and show up. Take up space. Do the little things that makes you happy. Even pick up new habits. Habits that you didn't think you would do. Be creative. I love being creative. And I feel like God gave us those creativity, so we should use them. And there's so many ways to be creative now. Just get on YouTube.
Be creative. Or just get on YouTube.
TikTok.
So express your feelings. Someone will watch it.
Yeah.
Someone will watch.
And there's going to be haters out there that will be sending it and sharing it. But guess what? At the end of the day, they're going to come here. Because last year at this time, I didn't think this was going to happen. But I'm glad that this is happening. And I'm glad that we do have this platform. And I'm praying that we continue to put in the hard work and continue to want to do this. Because to me, this is important.
Yes, it's very important, because it's something that is giving to people that need it, may need it.
Right.
You know, and it's and also it's just like building relationships, and also just like building skills and just learning and just growing. So this is a great atmosphere to do that.
Yeah. And
we have been all over the place.
We have, and you can do the same thing. Now we're just encouraging. We're in like the encouraging, I guess, phase of the podcast, and editing Kalu's gonna do what she's gonna do. But I like this. I like this part to it because it's important. We talk about people pleasing. We talk about our personal life as to how we people please and where it came from. now we're talking about steps and things that we can do to help with people pleasing, not as much, and you know, it's a journey. I said I'm in rehab for it. I didn't say I was cute.
Yeah, we still work it, and for younger people that are watching, that thinks life is overwhelming,
Right.
Like that, it'll get easier, but you are consistent. There's stuff that you be like, "Dang, I'm 30 and I'm still dealing with this," but it's just not as heavy. It's not as heavy because you're thinking you're the only one going through it.
Yeah.
Because it's an isolated situation. It's in your mind. But 9 times out of 10, the person you sit next to or your friends,
they're going through
the same thing.
They're just
learning how to they learn how to handle it better,
Yeah.
or they know how to put a poker face on,
Yeah.
or they're coping secretly with something else.
We all got our own plates in front of us. If we all focus on eating from your own plate, then you will. But also encourage and love on people. That's a good thing. We're not saying you can't be supportive, but we are saying find ways to put yourself first. To, you know, mentally be there for yourself, and also if you can be there for people, but make sure what you need to do is for yourself. That as you're growing as a person, I want to be the best Kolu as I can be. Next year about this time, I want to be like, remember we're having that episode?
Yeah.
Like, look at us now.
Look at me now.
Yeah. And it was like the year before, remember where I was? But I'm just saying, like, it's life. As long as God put breath in our lungs and give us the opportunity to wake up every day, we should take that opportunity to grow.
Why dare you waste it? You know?
Yeah.
How dare you waste it?
Grow. Every day is a new day. And at the end of each one of my days, I always evaluate myself. What did I do well and what did I not? Like, after I read my Bible, or sometimes, like, I read my Bible, he would convict me and I would, like, literally be like, okay. So, I'm not trying to not be, like, you know, but I also want to be a person for myself so I can be a better person for other people. Because if I know how to schedule my time, if I know how to value my space, if I know how to product myself, then I can be like, okay, that's the problem I need to fix.
That is so true, because what happens is you don't because you're giving yourself and you're people pleasing, you're giving yourself away to so many people and not giving yourself to yourself. You don't become yourself. You become angry or bitter or frustrated. That's how people get in fights. That's how people get frustrated, because they haven't got time to be around themselves to analyze their situation, get some self help, or, you know, just like alone time. When you feel drained, give yourself that space, give yourself that time. Or when you feel like you need to do for you, whether it's financial, whether it's like home responsibilities, you feel so much better giving yourself that time. And when you do actually give yourself that time and that space, allow yourself to do what you need to do.
Right.
Because you'll
at the end of the day, because if you're not right, you know how in the airplane, my dad always say this to me. He's like, you always focus on what you don't. On the airplane, the first thing they tell you if they're in case of emergency, you put your first, you put your own thinking on.
You take care of your business.
You take care of your business before you can take care of the next business. He always tell me that. He always tell me that. And he's like, because you can be so focused on what you need to do for you, and if you won't be good for the next person, because you'll be half-assing everything.
Right.
Like, you don't want to half-ass. If you can be the best version to you, be that to you, so that way you can literally learn to be that version for that person. Because now, okay, if Denzel had to do something at this time, this is going to do something at this time. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't sound like a horrible person.
No, you don't. How you said that reminds me of, like, the people pleasers that give money away for their family members or to their.
So we hope that you guys like this episode and that you are watching, subscribing, commenting.
Yes.
Please comment, engage with
Please
us.
Please comment, subscribe.
Share. Come to the meetup. Tell us what you like to see, how we're doing. how, you know, because you guys, some of you guys been here since day one. And if you were just coming back after this month of break that we've been through, then that means you are loyal and we love you. And thank you guys so much.
Yes.
So much. For tuning in.
Please keep coming. Please share your comments. We want to know what we can do better. We want to know what you want to talk about.
Right.
You know, bring the discussion to the meetup.
Yeah. Like, do you like our conversations, the topics that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Should we talk more into it? This people pleasing, you know, we had the solution. We talked about how to make ourselves feel good, and we also talked about how to show up for people. And, you know.
And anything you want us to try. Like
right.
anything, any ideas that, you know, that we be willing. Anything to try. Foods, different
restaurants in the city.
Yeah.
We're in Columbus. So if there's a city restaurant, cause I love some good food.
Mm-hmm. I went to a couple restaurants myself.
Yeah.
Very
so
good new restaurants. But yeah. Come to the meetup.
Come to the meetup. Come to the meetup. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. See you again next time.